Slick back.
No, slick back.
That's what I said. Slick back.
No, nigga, I'm a pimp named Slick back. Pimp named Slick back. Pimp named
Slick back.
Nigga, are you deaf? I'm a pimp named Slick.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'inu ala umuri dunya waddin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Honorable Professor Dr. Mahfud Junaedi, as the lecturer of Islamic Education Philosophy, and my dear friends, peace be upon us all. First and foremost, let us express our gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for all His mercy and guidance. Salawat and greetings do not forget to convey to our Lord, the great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, along with his family and friends. May we be recognized as healed people in Yawmul Qiyamah later. Allahumma sholli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Asyiqoh Sholawati. I'm a third semester student at the English Language Education Department, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teacher Education. On this occasion, I will present a speech entitled "The Influence of Globalization and Efforts to Deal with its Influence." To fulfill the final assignment of the Islamic Education Philosophy course. Ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, I would like to invite all of us to recall some of the patterns of life that we have done in our daily life so that without use realizing it is the cause of globalization. This globalization has an influence on human, including the life of adolescents as the younger generation. Ladies and gentlemen, globalization is a system that we cannot prevent, which is a process toward a more global, widely open system of life in various aspects of human life. But in the economic, social, culture, technological, and other fields, the benefits that we have felt from globalization are so many, and one of them is the information system. Through an internet network that is widely connected throughout the world, which is very easy for us to access information from various parties. I hope that on this occasion we all know how much globalization affects our lives. I also hope that we can all deal with the influence of globalization. In this 20th century, globalization has become commonplace. Globalization means a worldwide process. Of course, it affects all aspects of life. For example, in the field of transportation, every day we can see the entire highway crowded with various types of motorized vehicles. For example, cars. In fact, before cars were in fact, people usually walk to take a trip, even a very long one. Apart from transportation, another aspect of life that has been affected by globalization is telecommunications. Nowadays, a handphone is a communication tool that is already owned by everyone. In addition to handphones, what is equally important is the internet. Globalization seems to require us to have a computer equipped with an internet network. In the culinary field, the influence of globalization is also considerable. Western food has Pinto, and so on. This has caused domestic specialties to become less desirable. Last but not least, the aspect of life that also feels the impact of globalization in fashion. Currently, the trends that are very globalized are from Western countries. In Indonesian prefer foreign trend who will preserve Indonesian culture. Of course, as a younger generation, it is only fitting that we should preserve Indonesian culture. Not only preserve it within the scope of the country, but also be able to introduce it foreign countries so that Indonesia is much better now in the world as with its various cultural riches. Ladies and gentlemen, sport also feel the impact of globalization. Nowadays, the whole world is very interested in soccer, basketball, badminton, and so on. Not only the sport activities, however, supporting tools also feel the impact of globalization. For example, shoes. Shoes are a very important supporting tool. The model and shape of the shoes must be adjusted to the sport. From the aspect I mentioned earlier, it's clear that globalization is affecting all aspects of life. Everyone can feel its influence. As good citizens, we must be able to deal with globalization. We must be able to take the positive values and discard the negative values. For example, by selecting foreign cultures that enter our country, then we must also be able to choose a good culture, which does not conflict with the norms that exist in our country. Because domestic culture is the hallmark of our own country, which we must protect. In order not to lose information, we must also keep up with the development of information and technology. Ladies and gentlemen, the benefit of globalization for teenagers include providing freedom to gain insight into science, thus creating creativity from teenagers that must be direct. In addition, the foreign culture that I mentioned earlier can be utilized as a learning media space for the younger generation. Behind the positive impact, there must be a negative impact. For example, the erosion of local culture that we need to preserve, which is sometimes considered a culture that is left aside compared for foreign culture and customs. As a result, our culture seems to be replaced with foreign cultures. This is what is feared from the negative impact of globalization on the younger generation. Ladies and gentlemen, so there are many ways we can deal with the effect of globalization. We can feel its influence, but we must take the positive impact and discard the negative impact. It all depends on our own attitude, intention, and desire. My friend, I hope what I have said earlier can be useful for all of us. I hope that with this globalization, everyone can take the positive value so that I can improve our better standard of living. Thus, I can confide if there is a wrong word, I apologize profusely. for the participant of my friends. Thank you. That's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.